Now in 4 News Now at 6, what's next for the city of Spokane now that the new ordinance bans camping on public property? We're bringing you team coverage live from the heart of downtown.
The clouds you saw today are bringing us some overnight rain, but another round of showers could impact your Halloween plans on Friday. I'll help you prepare in my first alert forecast.
And Washington's Attorney General joins a nationwide lawsuit fighting for SNAP funding. The message they're sending as the government shutdown stretches into day 28. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, tonight we are following the impact of that major decision by Spokane City Council. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. The Safe and Accessible Public Spaces Ordinance now bans camping citywide. The City Council passed the measure unanimously. This new ordinance allows officers to enforce stricter penalties on those sleeping on the streets and blocking public property. It even goes further than the camping ban passed in June, so people can no longer just move to a different location to avoid trouble. But the question today is, how will Spokane police enforce these new rules? Our Hunter Bertram is live in downtown. So Hunter, what can you tell us about how this is going to work?
Yeah, Derek, folks around town are cautiously optimistic about this new camping ban. There's a big show me, don't tell me attitude out there. While the police were involved in coming up with this policy, the big challenge for them going ahead is turning this policy into action on Spokane streets.
The city council can pass whatever they want, but if our city mayor and our chief of police won't enforce it, it's no good.
Illegal camping continues to be a big problem across Spokane neighborhoods, and many hope the mayor and police chief will move forward in enforcing the new city law.
Sleeping on the ground, littering and using the restroom all over the place, you know.
Brandon works at U-Haul near 2nd and Division, a hot spot for illegal camping. He's also a recovering addict.
You know, jail or treatment, I think maybe it's a pretty easy choice to me, you know what I mean?
Here's what's different from policy in the past. It's much stricter. Now police are supposed to just give 2 options, treatment or a citation that likely means arrest.
Something's got to change, and usually that kind of change needs to come from within, but sometimes you need a little push,
Spokane police are planning meetings to discuss guidance with officers, but wouldn't share how they plan to enforce the new law yet. And tomorrow, the mayor is planning on holding a press conference to discuss this topic. We also hope to sit down with Police Chief Kevin Hall in the next coming days to discuss some of the questions we do have. We'll bring you those answers once we do get them. Live in downtown Spokane, I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.
Hunter, thank you. Well, Spokane City parks are public spaces that continue to run into problems with illegal camping.
But a measure on your ballot aims to address that. Together Spokane is a proposal made of 2 separate ballot measures, a $240 million levy for Spokane parks and a $200 million bond for Spokane public schools. We've been telling you about this for months. By working together, the two hope to bring improvements to every neighborhood in the city. The parks portion of the plan has a strong focus on safety.
And continuing our team coverage tonight, Alexandra Cohen-Yards is live at Riverfront Park. And Alexandra, how would this ordinance affect the levy that Spokane Parks and the schools are trying to pass?
Yeah, Kirsten. So through this ordinance, our park rangers would get better guidance about how they need to address illegal camping. But right now, Parks only has 4 rangers and they're spread thin, which is why if this levy passes, the department says that it would be able to hire more, which in turn would give them the opportunity to respond in a more efficient manner.
Every day is different. It's really responding to what the need is and trying to keep up with that. Primarily, we are focused in Riverfront Park.
Jake Vanderberg leads the Ranger team for Spokane Parks. If Together Spokane passes next week, that team would be able to grow from 4 to 16.
This would absolutely be a game changer for us to be able to branch out into all of the parks and communicate with the community, see what their need is in these areas.
Spokane Park Rangers work with police to make arrests on certain misdemeanor crimes within parks. Vanderberg says that while crime waves come and go, he has seen a recent surge of drug use and illegal camping on park property.
There's a lot of changes that constantly happen with that.
The new ordinance hopes to clear up that confusion by creating stricter penalties and giving officers more authority.
This gives us some more clarity as well with our park rangers and our special commission and working with SPD of how to give more officer discretion.
Another way that Spokane Parks plans to address safety is by hiring more maintenance staff, as those are often the ones who alert rangers about issues happening at our parks.
What would be really big is we'd already have that park ranger up in that area closer to those issues, and they can respond to that quicker, solve the problem, and go from there, yeah.
So those additional park rangers that would be hired would be spread out throughout the city, making it so that each region has its own precinct of rangers. The Spokane Parks Department says that this would make it so every neighborhood gets the attention it deserves and that the park rangers here are able to focus on our downtown. For now, reporting live from Riverfront, Alexandra Cohen-Yarts, 4 News Now.
All right, Alexandra, thank you. Let's take another view of Riverfront Park in the greater downtown Spokane area. This is One Spokane Stadium right across from our studios here at 4 News Now. Sun is setting on another cloudy day in the inland northwest. I think it's long since set. And our First Alert weather team is tracking some incoming showers this week.
Yeah, here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to help you plan around any wet weather.
Well, our first round of wet weather will happen when many of us are still asleep. But if you're getting up for an early morning jog tomorrow or have an early meeting, you might leave the house with some rain. Here's a live look right now of the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. We have a little bit of clearing. That is certainly not the trend. And as Kirsten mentioned, the sun has long set. 5:38 our sunset tonight. It is 46 degrees currently. On our satellite and radar, you can see the clouds streaming in right now in association with a cold front that is going to be passing through overnight. Let's take a look at our forecast radar starting off at 11 o'clock tonight. That rain begins moving in around 2 a.m. We will continue to see showers through 4, 5 o'clock, finally by about 7 or 8. Most of that precipitation will be south and east of the metro area with dry conditions and increasing sunshine. And then we're going to stay dry throughout the day on Wednesday. High temperatures back up around average. We'll be in the 50s in most locations, a few 40s on the map, right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 47 in Spirit Lake, 55 in downtown, 53 degrees in Meade, and 52 in Cheney and Spangle. Little bit of rain to start the day, and then as the day goes on, more and more sunshine. That high of 52, just about average. The next round of rain, the timing is not as convenient. I'll be back with your Halloween forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, see you soon, Chris. Well, we should all be prepared for some changes to utility bills starting Saturday. Avista's request to adjust electricity rates was approved last week, which means the average customer will see their bill rise to nearly $127, excuse me. That is a monthly increase of about $3 compared to last year's rates. Your bill is up about $17. But it's not all increases. The average monthly natural gas bill could drop to around $87, saving you almost $10 compared to current rates. Avista says the reduction stems from lower wholesale natural gas costs, and the increase will support Avista's low-income rate assistance program. Now, this program offers an income-based bill discount and can help customers manage their past due balances. But these new changes are arriving on top of additional rate increases already scheduled for early 2026.
Well, the U.S. government shutdown is on track to become the longest in history. The GOP spending bill was blocked again this morning in a 54-45 vote.
And this Saturday is critical for many Americans. If the shutdown extends into the month of November, many federally funded programs that people depend on could be taken away. Washington is one of the 5 states with kids at risk of losing access to Head Start programs starting November 1st. Head Start helps kids from low-income families, foster care, or homelessness access the resources they need to succeed physically and emotionally. The impacted programs are ones that have grants expiring in November. In a statement, Head Start's executive director in Washington asked for action, saying, quote, parents should not be asked whether they need child care so they can go to work or health care for their families. They need and deserve both. And more federal programs are on the chopping block if the government doesn't open up by November 1st.
1 million people in Washington and more than 100,000 in Idaho are on track to lose food assistance in less than a week. How this demand is impacting one food bank in Spokane Valley and what Washington is doing to fight back in the meantime.
And we're 1 week out from Election Day, but a judge is still deciding whether votes should be counted for a city council candidate from District 2. Details in the lawsuit against Alejandro Barrientos next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Mississauga.com.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
BECU and 4 News Now are teaming up for the Great American Flag Swap. On November 7th, bring your old tattered flag to BECU and exchange it for a new one with the help of Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift. This November, let's thank veterans and military families.
BECU is proud to be part of the Great American Flag Swap. We're honored to live in a community that supports veterans and military families who sacrifice for the benefit of us all. Visit us in Spokane and see what banking is like when people come first. BECU, not for profit, equals more for people.
Visit us online at parkersubaru.com or come by and see us at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Post Falls ER and Hospital open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network and see how you can save up to 20% versus AT&T and Verizon when you check the math at T-Mobile.com. Plus, your experience plan is guaranteed for 5 years.
Welcome back. A few voters filed a lawsuit against City Council candidate Alejandro Barrientos. The suit claims Barrientos is not eligible to run for City Council.
And now, just a week from Election Day, it's up to a judge to decide if he is. Our Madeline Mullins is here in studio to explain what this means for voters.
Well, ballots have been printed, mailed out, and some of them have already been returned. And if you're a District 2 voter, that ballot has Alejandro Barrientos' name on it. We want to make it clear right now he is eligible to run. The Spokane County Auditor says to vote like it and let the judicial system decide the outcome.
Every faith in our judicial system that they will address this situation quickly.
3 District 2 voters have filed a lawsuit against Alejandro Barrientos, claiming he did not follow city charter. It requires a council member to live in the district they are running in for 1 year prior to filing for candidacy. The suit references divorce papers that say during that time, Barrientos did not live full-time in the District 2 home he shares with his wife. We spoke to Barrientos on Friday about these accusations. He told us those divorce papers do not tell the whole story.
I did stay downtown maybe a handful of times during that time period, and with my brother because I was going through a divorce, but I lived in Manitou Boulevard.
In a response to this lawsuit, he shared in a statement saying, in part, "This is an attempt to weaponize a painful period for my family for political gain. I am a resident of District 2 and look forward to representing my neighbors on the city council." The Spokane County Elections Office says it will count every vote unless a judge orders them not to.
There's been many challenges to a candidate's residency over the years. And so our Superior Court is very well versed in what they need to do and when they need to do it.
For now, Barrientos is eligible. If a judge decides he's not after Election Day and Barrientos wins, they could order the elections office to not certify him as the winner. Now, the first court date for this case was set for Thursday, and Barrientos' attorney just emailed to say it has been canceled. We confirm the hearing was taken off the court docket. His attorney says that the complaint needed to be filed months ago, so it's not valid. The plaintiff's attorney says they're filing an amendment, and this case will continue going forward. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. Well, is your ballot still sitting on your kitchen counter? That's okay. There's still time to cast your vote. But starting today, you should make sure you're dropping it off in a ballot box instead of the mail.
Yeah, due to changes in the USPS pickup schedule, your ballot will be rejected due to a late postmark if you mail it now. Instead, cast your vote in one of the ballot drop boxes, which are open across Spokane County. There are 27 different boxes, and they'll remain open until 8 p.m. on Election Day. You can find where those ballot boxes are by going to kxly.com/forthepeople.
Many locations around the region had the first hard freeze of the year. We got down to 28 in Coeur d'Alene, 28 degrees in Sandpoint, 23 in Colville. We also were down in the mid-20s in Cheney, in Deer Park, in Meade. We've got a warmer night tonight, but that comes along with rain. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing. Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture and browse the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. Visit us online or stop by today. Consign Furniture. It's the smart way to buy.
Last year, I found my daughter playing with a piece of foil, and my world stopped. The panic hit me. Fentanyl, her future, everything flashing before my eyes. Now she's scared to touch anything on the ground. That is unacceptable. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and she is the reason why I'm running for City Council. I support Prop 1, and my opponent does not. I work to make Spokane more affordable for families and seniors and reduce homelessness with compassion and accountability. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and I ask for your vote.
Crosswalk Youth Shelter acts as a pillar of hope to homeless teens in our community. Their new facility offers expanded resources, connecting youth with essential services they need to thrive.
At Crosswalk, we believe that every young person deserves the opportunity to thrive. Youth guided the design of this building from the dorms to the classrooms to create safe space that fosters healing, growth, and a path to success.
Through Numerica Cares for Kids, we are honored to invest in the mission of Crosswalk Youth Shelter.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Returning to Spokane for 3 weeks only this January. Get your tickets today at BroadwaySpokane.com.
If you're considering updating your living spaces, let our team do all the heavy lifting. We will pick up and sell your like-new consignment furniture.
Consign Furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
For 50 years, the 3 best words in the morning.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. They won't let me out of here. Good morning, America.
Monday morning, it's time to celebrate our big birthday on
Good morning, America.
Well, our Coats for Kids drive has just a few days left, but there is still time to help keep the kids in our community warm this winter. This morning, Coats for Kids received a generous donation from the Camaro Club. Good Morning Northwest's Robin Nance and Natalie Grant helped pack up all those coats, and they will be distributed later in the season.
And you can still donate until the end of the month. Drop boxes are available at nearby Papa Murphy's, Fred's Appliance, STCU, and Goodwill locations. And Chris, those Camaro Club people are your people, right? They've been donated to Coats for Kids, seems like for a really long time.
Oh, years and years and years. Coats, checks, they are the finest people, and we appreciate you, Camaro Club. I am an honorary member remember, even though I am Camaro-less. But
maybe we should work on that.
As of now.
I may fix that someday, you know, who knows. I want to take a live look over downtown Spokane because I won't be able to do this time next week. It's going to be too dark and there's just a little bit of light in the sky. We do set our clocks back. We fall back this weekend. Something to keep in mind. 4 things to know about your weather. Early morning rain should be done by the time the morning commute is done. We'll be dry for the rest of the day on Wednesday and Thursday, and then most of the day on Friday dry. But right now it looks like we may have some very light rain for trick or treat. Your kids might not even notice it's raining, just some sprinkles, some light precipitation. One problem, it does make it trickier to see the kids. Their visibility goes down on those dark, wet nights, so you might want to put some extra effort into the visibility of their costume, and we do fall back this weekend. Our chance of rain tonight kicks up around 2 a.m. It goes from 0 to 70 like a Camaro in 5 seconds, and then up to 80 at 6 a.m. and then we drop back down to 0 as we get into 8 a.m., 10 a.m. Tracking our weather pattern, we have a front coming through tonight. That's long gone by tomorrow. High pressure is taking control for the rest of the day, Wednesday and Thursday. Here's Thursday at 8 a.m. 24 hours later, Friday at 8 a.m. We're still dry, but we've got this system moving through that's going to bring some light rain. Right now, the timing, here's 7 p.m., about the time the trick-or-treating is peaking. We have that light rain coming in. Here is the chance of measurable rain at 7 o'clock on Halloween, and we're in that medium green in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 40 to 60% chance of measurable rain. It gets higher as we head further to the north and west. Meanwhile, much of the Palouse, the LC Valley, is in that 20 to 40% chance of measurable rain. Quick update on Melissa. I know you heard a lot on World News, and on this program there's more to come. It has been downgraded in the last hour to a Category 3 hurricane as it has cleared Jamaica. It is headed toward Cuba and right now is expected to strengthen back into a Category 4 storm before it makes landfall. Right now its projected path takes it far away from the United States, but there are a lot of precious islands in its path over the next few days. Your planning forecast: morning rain tomorrow and then sunshine. Thursday, a pretty day, and then on Friday, a little bit of no big deal rain right about trick-or-treat time. Chance of showers Saturday. Sunday looks like perfection, and we do set our clocks back. You get an extra hour of perfection on Sunday, Kirsten.
I love that extra hour. That's the best part about it. The only good part about it, right, Derek?
I'll keep my mouth shut.
All right. Well, like Chris was just telling us, we are going to be looking at the impact Hurricane Melissa is making now that that major storm has moved over Jamaica.
Yeah, it's the strongest storm that's ever hit the island of Jamaica, and heavy rainfall and flooding are leaving some tourists stranded there. The latest from the island.
And extreme weather isn't the only thing impacting flights. Several airports saw staffing shortages today, on top of air traffic controllers receiving their first $0 paychecks. The response from our Secretary of Transportation after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
You know, the Headless Horseman and I used to be inseparable. Haunting the countryside, spooking the townsfolk. Man, we were legendary. But then he heard about Northern Quest's $60,000 Heads Will Roll giveaway. I know. And now he's off using his Camus card to rack up entries for a shot at the $30,000 grand prize. I mean, the dude won't even text me back now. Then again, ghosting is kind of his thing.
The purpose of a city council is to represent its residents, to improve community life, and to guide city operations for the benefit of its citizens. So, how's your Spokane City Council doing? Our elected officials have forbidden police to stop public camping on our streets. Kate Tullis is also against enforcement. But Alejandro is for stopping criminal activity on our streets while offering real help to those in need. So please, vote for Alejandro to restore our safety.
Why suffer through painful heartburn longer than necessary? For effective relief, nothing works faster than Alka-Seltzer. The effervescent formula begins neutralizing acid in seconds to effectively relieve heartburn fast. Try Alka-Seltzer.
Resilience. At Shriners Children's, we're leaders in pediatric sports medicine. With expertise in sprains, tears, fractures, and other sports-related injuries. We're here to deliver the best care in the business and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. Because every great comeback starts with a game plan for empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models.
See your local GMC dealer.
Our current Extreme team, Parasports in Newman Lake, helping youth and adults with mobility and vision impairment, and we're going to renovate 3,000 square feet for comfort zones. The 4 News Now Extreme team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
That's heavy rainfall pelting Jamaica earlier today as Hurricane Melissa made landfall. Roads are being washed away. Entire communities could be wiped out. Already, at least 7 deaths are being blamed on this storm.
ABC's Rena Roy has the latest on this Category 5 storm.
Palm trees blown by powerful winds, pieces of roofs getting torn off from homes as Hurricane Melissa rips through Jamaica is one of the most intense hurricanes on record to make landfall in the Atlantic Basin. The ocean surging towards Kingston. ABC's Ike Ajachi is there.
Right now what we're seeing is officials telling everyone right now to hunker down.
Destructive sustained winds up to 185 miles per hour. Extreme rainfall pouring down across the island after the storm gained strength in the Atlantic.
The really warm ocean temperatures and ocean heat content just fueled that storm into a situation where it could rapidly intensify and become a seriously catastrophic situation.
Video shows Treasure Beach getting hit hard. The Category 5 storm coming ashore near New Hope on the southwest side of Jamaica, causing devastating flooding and storm surge up to 13 feet.
It will cause catastrophic damage, life-threatening damage. There is very little that can stop a Category 5 hurricane.
You can see this river flooding in St. Catherine Parish, this bridge overtaken by water, debris floating down the river.
Flooding is a major issue, not to mention the infrastructure damage of our road network and our bridges and, of course, obviously structures.
Rescue crews standing by and ready to go. All airports shut down. Many tourists now stuck, forced to ride out the storm, including this couple from Arkansas who were celebrating their 10-year anniversary, now unable to get home to their 4- and 8-year-old children.
We've been praying a lot. They were expecting their parents back on Sunday. We don't want to tell them Mommy and Daddy is stuck in another country.
Jamaican officials say they plan to reopen at least one local airport by Thursday, but it remains to be seen just how bad damage will be. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, airports around the country are also facing staffing shortages. Not every staffing shortage results in a delayed flight, but sometimes there's no choice but to slow planes down to maintain safety.
So these shortages come as air traffic controllers missed their first full paycheck since the start of the government shutdown. If you look closely, you can see this pay stub is for $0. 2 weeks ago, controllers got paid for hours worked before the shutdown, which amounted to about 90% of a normal paycheck. Controllers are considered essential staff and must work during the shutdown despite not getting paid. And that's what Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said during a press conference at New York's LaGuardia Airport.
I've been clear to our air traffic controllers. They need to show up for work. They do really important work for our country, and they need to show up. But I'm not going to lie to anybody to not say that they're not feeling the stress.
Today, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association handed out leaflets on the government shutdown to travelers at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. For many, this uncertainty is a lot to handle.
Right now, when you don't know when your next check is going to come, you have to make tough choices.
In the meantime, some passengers say they're concerned how staffing shortages in the upcoming holiday season will impact their travel experience.
And the shutdown impacts continue after the break. Millions of Americans are preparing to go without food assistance come November 1st.
One pantry in Spokane Valley is seeing more than double the amount of people trying to feed their families. How they're responding to this cry for help. Next on 4 News Now.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome Broadway's Rock of Ages, the driving music force that rocked Broadway and millions of fans in the groundbreaking show Rock of Ages live in concert at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, November 20th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
It's that time of year again for last chance end-of-season decking closeouts and fall flooring specials from the pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
Finish those decking projects at some of the biggest discounts of the year, or get your home ready for the holidays with new vinyl plank, hardwood flooring, or laminate flooring to make your home beautiful. Whatever you need, you can find it at
Windsor Plywood.
DJ Mickey and his friends invite you to an adventure that's off the charts. Only at Disney on Ice Let's Dance. Enjoy a special holiday sing-along pre-show included with your ticket. Playing Spokane Arena November 14th through 16th.
Born and raised in Spokane, Zach Sapone is a teacher who understands our challenges to get ahead. That's why he's pushing forward on homelessness, housing, and public safety.
I'm Zach Sapone. I'm asking for your vote so we can keep fighting for everyone to have a fair shot.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Welcome back. Washington Attorney General Nick Brown is joining a lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Agriculture over food stamp benefits that could run out at the end of this month.
Brown says the USDA has billions of dollars in SNAP-specific contingency funds and has continued to fund other programs with emergency funds during the shutdown. Washington is joining attorneys general from 22 other states. The governors of Kansas, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania have also joined. While the government shutdown continues, hundreds of people are stocking up at food banks in case they can't use their food stamps.
One local food bank says it's seeing double to triple the amount of people it usually serves in a day. Derek Strom spoke with that food bank about keeping up with the demand.
Local food banks are seeing massive increases in demand driven by fears that food stamp benefits will expire this week. Partners Inland Northwest and Spokane Valley says it has emergency funding ready to make sure its shelves are stocked.
We're constantly trying to be prepared for anything that can happen. If there's a drought and the farmers can't get as much, so we're constantly anticipating being able to fill the need and keeping our shelves full.
Partner says it's seeing double to triple the households that are coming to access the food bank here, but they're confident that they'll be able to meet the demand even if it increases from here.
We specialize in, crisis management, and right now people can come for more than just the food bank, or the food pantry. We have a clothing store that's free. We give away diapers and toiletries out of that clothing store as well.
Partners served 280 households yesterday, and it anticipates that number will go up as the government shutdown continues. The organization also faced a similar situation when COVID benefits expired for extra food stamps.
We've scaled adversity just as we have back then, and we will this time, and we'll make sure that we are able to meet the need and not be able to tell people no, and make sure that people come away from here with a better situation than when they came.
Partners says is working closely with Second Harvest to make sure it has all of the food it needs. It says community members are also hosting food drives to add to the supply, and donating shelf-stable food is the best way to help. In Spokane Valley, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
But not every food bank in our region is prepared to face this increased demand. The Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center in East Central Spokane is asking for help responding to the increased demand for food. Executive Director Frida Gandy says she can see the shelves starting to empty out already.
We have ran out of food before, and I'm afraid that's going to happen again, and I'm going to have to turn to this community for help.
The shutdown also blocks food banks from applying for grants, making it difficult for these organizations to pay for other fees and supplies. Well, finding therapy services for your child usually means long waits and complicated schedules.
And now doctors and schools in Spokane are working together to get students help without ever leaving campus. From a specialized school for kids with serious mental illness to therapy sessions during lunch breaks, help is now just down the hall.
We see patients for symptoms of depression, anxiety, or just if they're kind of going through something difficult and need support.
What is a school-based health center? Who has access to therapy at school? And which high school is starting to see patients this week? That's all in my special report tomorrow on 4 News Now at 6.
Well, our weather team is tracking a few rounds of rain this week, and one of them may impact trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here to let you know if we should start gathering those ponchos and raincoats for the Halloween costumes.
You might want to have some sort of umbrella situation ready for trick-or-treat. I want to show you the latest thinking on the precipitation. Starting off Friday at 1 o'clock. Dry conditions across the region, but not for long. By about 3, we'll already start to see some light rain around Moses Lake, Brewster, Omak, and Chelan. As we get into the early part of the evening, that rain starts creeping into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Here's 8 o'clock. If you got an early start in North Idaho, 5 o'clock, you should be in pretty good shape. By 8, that rain is moving in. Spokane, it's going to be a little bit earlier, and then we begin to dry out about the time hopefully everybody is tucked in bed and ready to get a good night's sleep. But any rain that we do get Friday night, it does look like it will be fairly light. This is the chance of measurable rain. That's 1/100 of an inch or more. And that is only in the 40 to 60% range in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and even less further to the south, 20 to 40% chance over the Palouse and in the central Panhandle, as well as in the LC Valley. It's going to be reasonably mild night. Our temperature on Friday topping out at exactly average, 50 degrees. So at least it won't be an especially cold rain. Meanwhile, we have rain coming in tonight. It starts around 2 a.m., should be done around 7 a.m. I'll be back with a look at your 8 to 14 day forecast. There's some things you'll want to know, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The state of Texas is suing the makers of Tylenol, claiming an unproven link to autism. The state's attorney general, Ken Paxton, is accusing Johnson & Johnson and Kenvue of deceptively marketing Tylenol to pregnant women despite alleged links to autism and other disorders. Kenvue, the owner of the Tylenol brand, is pushing back on the claims, saying it's concerned this misinformation will negatively impact the health of American women and children. The FDA is notifying physicians that it's recommended women limit the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy, although recent studies have shown mixed results.
Data that this announcement was established on is not new. That data dates back more than 10 years, and finding the association or a association between Tylenol use in pregnancy and an increased risk of neurodevelopmental disorders such as ADHD or autism spectrum disorder. But as time has progressed, the additional data has made that link, that association, weaker, not stronger.
ABC News medical correspondent Dr. Darian Sutton says acetaminophen remains the fever reducer of choice, and not treating a fever or pain could lead to more problems. Women, of course, are advised to consult with their doctors about any concerns.
Well, the majority of American adults are living with at least one risk factor for heart disease. Doctors say a few simple steps can help protect your heart. With more, here's ABC's Olivia Rubin.
Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S. That includes heart attack, stroke, and heart failure. New data from the CDC shows that over 63% of adults have at least one risk factor, including high blood pressure, excess weight, high cholesterol, smoking, or diabetes. And men tend to have more risk factors than women. While that sounds discouraging, there are a lot of simple things you can do to improve your heart health. For example, the American Heart Association recommends focusing on the essential 8. These include 4 actions you can take, including eating a healthy diet, getting at least 2.5 hours of moderate physical activity per week, sleeping 7 to 9 hours each night, and not using tobacco products. There are also 4 things you can work with your doctor to help manage, including blood pressure, blood sugar, body weight, and cholesterol. With this Medical Minute, I'm Olivia Rubin.
All right, Eastern Washington climbed into a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, the Eagles soar high back to Cheney to welcome Sacramento State this weekend, Jack.
We caught up with the team today on what they can do not just to win, but to not slip into complacency. Stick around for what head coach Aaron Best had to say.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Inland Imaging.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
Last year, I found my daughter playing with a piece of foil, and my world stopped. The panic hit me. Fentanyl, her future, everything flashing before my eyes. Now, she's scared to touch anything on the ground. That is unacceptable. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and she is the reason why I'm running for City Council. I support Prop 1, and my opponent does not. I work to make Spokane more affordable for families and seniors and reduce homelessness with compassion and accountability. I'm Alejandro Barrientos, and I ask for your vote.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Returning to Spokane. Visit BroadwaySpokane.com today for tickets.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's the final days of Chevy Truck Month. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Tired of body pain holding you back? Try Aleve for longer-lasting pain relief. Unlike Tylenol and Advil, just 1 dose of Aleve provides up to 12 hours of relief from all types of body pain. Try Aleve.
Celebrating 80 years in business with discounts for the decades. Up to 80% off store-wide and new furniture collections. The Tin Roof, locally owned, locally loved since 1945.
Every single detail of this house was planned.
Any idea how much it's worth?
$20 million.
I'm an art recovery specialist. I think you appreciate a challenge.
Spider monkeys. They're the hot new must-have pet. But look what they turn into.
She's gotten so big.
And why are these being sold in parking lots? Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The Washington State Cougars had a statement bounce-back win this weekend over the Toledo Rockets. WSU's first win in a month, coming off a combined strong defense and impressive offense. The Cougs flashed billions through Parker McKenna, Josh Meredith, and quarterback Zevi Eckhouse, just to name a few. And they're going to need all their talents to avoid an upset at Oregon State this weekend, the first of 2 meetings against their only Pac-2 rival. Head coach Jimmy Rogers spoke this week on the importance of this nationally televised game for the season, the program, and the conference.
I think it's important to put out there in a competitive product that, this is going to be one of the best Group of 6 conferences in the country. And to be on the national stage, I always think it's important to put your best foot out there, to have a, play in front of hopefully what will be an electric atmosphere, and to play well.
Rogers and his Cougs prep for their penultimate road game of the season and the last currently scheduled on national TV. They're battling Oregon State at 4:30 p.m. this Saturday in Corvallis. Well, the Cougs have lost their last 2 meetings, their last win at Oregon State coming in 2020. Eastern Washington shook off a tough 1-4 start to win their last 3 conference games, now owning a solid winning record in Big Sky play with 4 games to go, as well as the 2nd place in the conference. We checked in with head coach Aaron Best today on what advice he gives to players on not remaining complacent with winning and how best to maintain positive results through the future.
Probably hard enough if you're competitive enough to probably be hard enough on yourself after a loss. So I'm always trying to push the coaches to coach them harder, make things more relevant. But I think this team is young enough, humble enough, and gracious enough not to get in our own way.
The Eagles now ready to extend that winning streak as we enter the final third of the season. They take on Sacramento State for the last time as conference opponents. The Hornets are becoming an FCS independent next season as their other sports join the Big West. Kickoff in Cheney is Saturday at 1 p.m. And the Vandals hope to ride the momentum from their big win over Portland State on a spooky Halloween night matchup this Friday when the V's travel to Northern Arizona. Kickoff in Flagstaff again this Friday. It's at 7:30 p.m. And still to come later tonight, the Seattle Kraken return home to face the red-hot Montreal Canadiens. The Kraken, winners of back-to-back games, to move to 2nd in the Pacific Division. Montreal first in the Atlantic out east. Puck drop coming at 7:30. We'll have highlights on Nightside, of course. So the Kraken, kind of funny team through 9 games. Their goal differential is 0, one of 4 teams, but they're by far the best of that group. Most of those teams are kind of mediocre, so funny year.
It sounds like they're just playing tougher, like they're exceeding expectations, so
yes,
that's a good thing.
Want to go see? All right, thanks.
We'll see some sunshine in your Wednesday planner, but starting the day off with some rain. It won't last long. We're into the bright blue skies by the time the kids are getting out of school, a high temperature of 52. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hurry in for a great deal on the most awarded SUV brand, Jeep. There's only one.
During the Jeep Drive Into Fall event, purchase and get $5,500 total bonus cash allowance on select 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door sport gas models in dealer stock. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
It's here, the Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. On now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Save thousands with factory discounts and clearance pricing. New travel trailers from $15,990. Fifth wheels from $39,990. Motorhomes from $89,990. Shop the Northwest's largest pre-owned RV inventory. Prepped and ready to go. Free parking, free admission, free food Friday and Saturday. The Red Tag Model Year-End Clearance Event. On now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake or online at rnrrv.com.
Now that's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me so done with you, girl.
man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Hurry in for a great deal on the most awarded SUV brand, Jeep. There's only one.
During the Jeep Drive Into Fall event, purchase and get $5,500 total bonus cash allowance on select 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport gas models in dealer stock. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU, your local not-for-profit credit union.
Well, here in the Inland Northwest, trick-or-treating weather can always be a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, luckily we've gathered a whole list of indoor and outdoor Halloween events happening around our region. Here's a look at just a few of them. River Park Square is transforming into River Park Scare on the 31st. The mall is offering Halloween activities from 5 until 7, and the Northtown Mall will be hosting a Malloween event from 4 to 6 that night as well. Some outdoor events include the Audubon Downriver Trick-or-Treat Parade and the Miraboo Halloween event at Miraboo Point Park in Spokane Valley. So we have all the details and lots more celebrations to choose from on our website, KXLY.com. That's why I'm not too worried, Chris.
No. There's a lot to do, and you know, it doesn't matter what the weather is. The kids are going to be out.
It's still one of the biggest days on the kid calendar. They're not going to care.
Exactly, and actually some pretty weather on the way for tomorrow. Let's start off with what we did today. It was the coldest morning of the season so far in Spokane, but we were at 30 degrees this morning, and a lot of the area did get down into the mid-20s. Coeur d'Alene, 28, Meade, up around the 9 Mile area, Deer Park, all in the lower to mid-20s. So a lot of 20s around the region. And then we reached a high of 47. 51 is our average high. Look at those sunrise and sunset times. They're going to be very different this time next week. We fall back over the weekend. Our high temperature trend over the next 7 days, no real anomalies. We're going to be right about average, a little bit above Saturday and a little bit above through next week, but nothing too far off the map in terms of our average high. The long-range forecast, this is the 8 to 14-day forecast. This is November 5th to November 11th. There is certainly a trend toward above average temperatures, with a much greater trend as we get into the central part of the country. We're in that dark red in the northern plains. Precipitation-wise, a fairly strong signal of above average precipitation. November and December are our 2 wettest months, so we're getting into a wet time of year anyway. So you can count on having to schedule your leaf raking when you can. October has been a banner month for precipitation. We've had over 2 inches. This white bar way down here is our average precipitation for October. And of course, this comes after several months of below average precipitation, including some bone dry conditions over the summer. So we're making up for lost time. System coming in tonight is going to bring a little bit of rain. We're going to be adding to that October total. Will very likely end up being the wettest month of the year so far. Wednesday, 3 a.m., we've got some light precipitation starting to measure, and then we could end up with up to 1/10 of an inch of rain by tomorrow morning in Spokane. Similar totals in Coeur d'Alene, closer to 1/4 inch in Sandpoint, 1700s in Pullman, and just a few hundreds for Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, and Omak. Then we dry out for the rest of the day Wednesday, Thursday, and most of the day Friday. Looks like the timing on our rain will be right around the time trick-or-treat is getting underway. We do set our clocks back. You get an extra hour of sleep this weekend and a beautiful Sunday. So good timing to enjoy some beautiful weather, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. We'll check out this spooky showstopper right in Spokane's historic Cliff Cannon neighborhood. This incredible Halloween display is at 712 South Elm Street, and it's definitely leaning into the Nightmare on Elm Street theme, with dozens of skeletons, vampires, werewolves, and even a hearse parked right out in front. Homeowner Aaron Johnson says this has become a tradition that grows each year.
Each year it grows, it gets bigger and it gets better, and we get our sights on a piece and add it to our collection. And there's a lot of like homemade aspects to it too, and it's placement. It's not just all thrown out there. And we've had the hearse for like almost 20 years now. We have real coffins, and we live on Elm Street. I mean, what are you going to do with that, you know?
Johnson says they had a record number of trick-or-treaters last year, and they're hoping to top that number this year. And for those hosting trick-or-treaters this year, the price of candy may be the scariest thing you encounter.
Yeah, which means that you should expect a change in the types of Halloween candy filling the pumpkin pails. For example, high cocoa prices are changing up how chocolate makers sell their treats. For consumers, this could mean less chocolate per package, higher prices, and less cocoa in their recipes. But experts in the industry don't expect that to slow down chocolate lovers this time of year. Last year alone, Americans shelled out $7.4 billion in Halloween chocolate and candy sales.
All right, before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
Attention high school sports fans. Your school could be featured on 4 News Now Game of the Week. Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite game, and your team could be the featured game on Friday Night Sports Extra. 4 News Now Game of the Week. Brought to you by BECU.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus no monthly payments until next year on select Sierra 1500 models.
See your local GMC dealer.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Coming up tonight on Nightside.
Thought to ourselves, wow, if a group of trained investigators looked at this and didn't pay any attention, what's your average kid going to do on Halloween? And we just felt we wanted to get this message out there to parents and children to be vigilant this Halloween season.
Police around the nation are sounding the alarm over counterfeit candy containing drugs. What they recommend you do this Halloween to protect your children. Tonight on Nightside, starting at 11.
We've got some rain coming overnight. If you're up before, say, 7 o'clock, you might get a shower. Otherwise, expect sunshine by mid-morning.
Okay, so that's a reminder to not wake up until 8.
Or 9, or 10:30, 11.
My excuse, Chris. I'm going to use it. Okay.
That's a good one.
Are you an early riser?
No.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not. No way. 9 o'clock is early enough.
All right, thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now at 6. Don't forget to join us tonight at 11 for Nightside.